so whenever you're ready, ask away.
Coach, I know a couple guys switched to defensive end. I know you had a couple losses there. Was that something you approached them to do, or was it something they did on their own to switch?
It was kind of mutual. I mean, some of them, some coaches had some ideals with some guys based off of where they were in the depth chart, and then other situations where some guys wanting to have a breath of fresh air and switch sides and see if they could play a position they used to play in high school or something like that. Sorry, I lost my voice.
You talked a lot about the speed of the offense. Can you tell us about the defense and kind of your thoughts and expectations for lights out of the ball?
I thought the defense had a heck of a day today. I mean, I wish you guys could have been there to see it. They had a lot of turnovers. Coach Ward and those guys are doing a fantastic job. I was really excited. In fact, I'd even say that maybe the offense won the first day, but the defense definitely won the day today. It was a nice effort by them.
We would definitely like to be here, by the way, to see that if we're allowed. But as far as the whole philosophy with the defense, can you just kind of expound on that a little bit on what your thoughts and hopes are?
We're very aggressive. I mean, we're going to be aggressive on offense, aggressive on defense, and aggressive with special teams. So we have a very aggressive style, and we want our guys to be able to. We're going to put them in position to make plays, and you get good players and you put them in position and they make those plays, they can really change the outcome of the game.
Traditionally with the Tampa 2, it seems like there's a lot of four-man pressures. Looking at what you have now, the defensive line, like Matt asked about the defensive ends, how much of a priority is it for you moving toward the season to get good pressures in that unit?
It's always, you already answered the question. I mean, Tampa 2, you got to have four-man pressure.
Right.
With Tampa 2, you have to have four-man pressure. So, I mean, it makes the defense very difficult to play if you can't have pressure with four-man.
You still, it seems like you guys are looking at possible additions to add after signing day, JUCOs, grad transfers. What are your expectations for that? What are you looking for in a guy who might be able to help right now?
Someone's a pass rusher. I mean, someone's got the ability to come off the edge and make a play for us in the ACC. That's something new.
I mean, have you been able to spend much time with Zaire Franklin, kind of focusing on the defense today? He was kind of a leader on the defensive side last year. What have you kind of taken away from him so far?
Taken away from him?
Or, what have been your expectations
I'm going to
of
let you
him?
go with that one. I think Zaire's a good player. He's been in green, so we haven't been able to watch him play.
Do you see him as a Mike?
I don't know. He hasn't been able to play. He's in the green jersey. We switched from red to green jersey, so green jersey guys are now the guys that can't get the
How about staff, support staff? You added a few guys, I think, late last week. Are you done with adding staff members for this year?
Okay, you asked me a direct question. Here's the answer. Maybe. I almost want to say yes, but I'm going to say maybe.
Just to elaborate, is the plan to do that in phases? Do you hope to maybe get more video guys in here, more recruiting guys in
No. I think we're pretty settled with who we have, but it's hard to turn down if we get an opportunity to get somebody that we think can make a difference in a certain area or department. It's really hard to turn someone like that down. So I'm pretty sure we're almost done, but we may add one or two, maybe.
I heard you talking on Tuesday about assessing the guys, and it's hard to do when they're short. Can you talk about how much you're looking forward to putting the pads on Sunday and what you kind of hope to be able to glean from it?
Football practice starts Sunday. I can't wait. 7:30 in the morning. We'll get in here, we'll get out, and then after that, whatever young men like to do on Sundays, they'll be allowed to do. But we'll start nice and early, and we'll finish nice and early. It'll be fun.
When you first took over, I guess, what was maybe the process of meeting new players? It almost seemed like a group, some of the players that are on the team, maybe eventually they stick around.
I don't think it's about recruiting. I think they can, great job that we all do with the internet around here, that they can get on the internet and they can get bios and figure out pretty quickly whether they want to be here or not. They've already made the decision before they even got here. And I think the ones that have stayed will have an opportunity to win football games and win them right away.
We were requested to ask about players in green and any kind of injuries before writing about that. Just running through some of the guys, Shanley, Zaire, Perry, there are a bunch of them. Is there anything you want to add before we indicate that they've been limited?
No, I think they're injured, so I haven't had an opportunity really to learn.
Sure.